This is a complete guide to becoming an expert Lantern God for Akkan Gate 3 Hard. Let's get to it. This is what I would suggest for battle items. Use your Dark at the start of the fight, and 2 more at each of the first 2 stagger mechs. Corrosives can be used at the 0 bar if you run into a situation where you don't have way. Also, if you're doing hard mode, use them on Gate 4 stagger breaks. Swiftness. Swiftness does help because it lowers the cooldown of your W Petrify skill, which makes it easier. But it's definitely possible to do this with 0 swiftness. At the 1330 mark, the Eye of Gluttony spawns on the bottom left side of the map. After the first stagger mech, you will go here to pick this up to start your job as a janitor. Inside you have 3 skills, Q, W, R. The Q is a laser beam on the left, which you use solely to destroy the slimes. The W is on the right, which is a cone to petrify the ghoul. And the R is what you use to drop the eye and get back to the normal map. Inside there is you, the slimes that you're attempting to clean up, the zombies, and the ghoul. First, the zombies. They constantly chase you and do tiny bits of damage. What you want to do is just pretend they are not there. When you get low health, use a potion. Next, the ghoul. You must pay attention to the ghoul at all times. Use your W skill to petrify him whenever he gets in range. If he does touch you, he can stagger you out of your skills and also fear you, which can get you killed. Next, the slimes. There are 3 ways for the slimes to spawn. First, they will spawn naturally every 10 seconds. This rate is doubled after the 140 bar statues mech. Second, they will spawn whenever someone in the raid gets full meter. And third, if the slime is left uncleaned on the map for 10 seconds, it will duplicate itself. Note that the slimes spawn on the outside ring first, and then they will start spawning closer to the center as the outer ring gets filled. Whenever you head inside, you want to clear all the slimes near you, and then continually run in a circle around the middle ring, clearing any slimes that you see on your path. The very first time you enter, the ghoul will be inactive for a brief period of time. I would suggest just petrifying it on your first pass around the circle. Continually run in a circle in the middle ring, clearing all slimes that you see. Eventually the ghoul will become unpetrified. A bit before the green light gets to your character, turn directly towards it and hit the W key to petrify it again. You need to pay close attention to your meter. When it gets 1 tick from being filled all the way, you need to hit R to get out. You want to stay out until Inanna is used, so that way you do not get a stack. Here you want to stay inside the Inanna circle to completely clear your meter. Inanna works on the outside as well as on the inside, so grab the eye and clear any slimes that are nearby. Once the purple tether gets hooked to the boss and the stagger starts happening, throw your last dark bomb. I would suggest sticking around to get a quick rotation off during the stagger, and then head back inside. 2 things to note: whenever you head inside, you get a small amount of meter, and second, you're invincible for a few seconds. Take advantage of this to petrify the ghoul. Here you want to keep running in circles, clearing all the slimes in your path. One important note is that you can re-petrify the ghoul and it will reset the duration. Keep running in circles and clearing, and wait for the statue mech to start. This is signified by Akkan talking and a dialogue showing up. After this happens, look at your minimap for the 2 statues that spawned. Run to them and use your Q skill to stagger them. After staggering both statues, keep running in circles and making sure the map is super clear here, so that people have space to operate the statues. This entire time, it's important to pay attention to the meter below your character. If it's allowed to fill all the way, you will get feared in place, which often leads to death. What you want to do is a tick before it fills all the way, hit the R key and immediately hit G to go in and out and reset the meter. Slimes are now spawning at double the rate. Ignore everything and run in circles, clearing slimes on your path. You don't have time for anything else. The next thing to pay attention to is sidereal gauge. If it's almost full when you become 1 tick away from getting full meter, come out and wait for Inanna, so that way you can clear your meter and avoid getting an extra stack. At this point you continue running in circles, clearing slimes on your path until your team gets the boss close to 30. A couple of important tips. If you ever miss your W petrify on the ghoul, continue running away from it until the cooldown resets. This is where swiftness can come in handy, as you're less punished for mistakes, as the cooldown will come out faster. Second, above your mana bar, you can see how many stacks you have. If you see yourself get to 4 stacks and about 50% meter, come out and have someone else come in. You cannot get to 5 stacks, otherwise you will get mind controlled. If the map is pretty clear, you can come out at about 35 to 40 bars and help finish off the boss. Otherwise, it's fine just to stay in until it gets to 30. If you found this useful and would like more content, like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.